Hey everyone, ready to dive in. Today, we're looking at medical AI,
Really interesting stuff.
specifically a new tool from Google Research.
They're calling it CT Foundation.
And it's all about making those super detailed 3D CT scans, the ones doctors use for, everything from tumors to internal injuries, way more efficient to analyze.
And that's huge.
Right, because those scans are so vital in medicine.
Absolutely. But analyzing them, even with AI, it's incredibly complex.
So not quite as glamorous as those medical dramas make it seem.
Not even close. It's a lot of data crunching, tons of computing power.
More Silicon Valley and less Grey's Anatomy.
Exactly. And that's why the CT Foundation tool is so fascinating.
So how is it different?
Well, think of it this way. A 2D X-ray, it's like a single photograph, right?
Okay, I'm with you.
But a CT scan, that's like a whole movie, frame by frame.
Whoa, okay. That's a lot of information.
And that's where CT Foundation comes in.
Making sense of the whole movie.
It's like distilling that entire movie down to a few key bullet points.
Yeah. So the AI doesn't need to watch the whole director's cut.
Exactly. It gets the Cliff's Notes version, which makes it way faster and more efficient.
Okay, so no more AI movie marathons. I like it. But seriously, how does it do that?
Well, it creates what are called embeddings. Basically, imagine compressing all that complex 3D scan data into a compact set of numbers.
So, like giving the AI a cheat sheet.
In a way, yes. And the beauty of it is, AI models can then process these embeddings much faster and with far less data.
So we're talking faster diagnoses, quicker treatments.
Potentially, yes.
Yeah.
And for people in areas with limited healthcare access, this could be revolutionary.
That's incredible, but I'm still trying to wrap my head around how it connects a 3D image to, say, a doctor's diagnosis.
Okay, so imagine you're watching a movie, but this time you have subtitles on.
Gotcha, like reading along.
Right, so your brain is processing both the visuals and the text simultaneously, connecting them to understand the story.
Interesting.
CT Foundation does something similar. It links those 3D CT images with written medical reports.
So it's learning to read a CT scan.
You could say that. It's understanding the images within the context of medical knowledge.
That's incredible. Like having a super smart medical student who aced anatomy by watching Grey's Anatomy with subtitles?
That's a great analogy.
Okay, that makes sense.
Right.
But did they actually test this thing out in a real-world setting?
Oh, they definitely put it through its paces.
Like how?
7 different medical tasks.
Wow, okay, like what?
Things like detecting brain hemorrhages.
Oh, wow.
Identifying lung cancer, that kind of thing.
How did it do?
Really well, actually.
So it passed the test.
It did. The results were really promising.
That's amazing. You said 7 different tasks.
7, yeah. And get this.
Okay.
It performed well even with limited data.
Really?
Yeah, which is huge because getting tons of data, especially in medicine, can be really hard.
That makes sense. So it's efficient.
Very efficient, consistently achieved high accuracy, often scoring above 0.8 AUC.
And that's good.
That's really good, yeah, especially in this field.
Wow. Okay, so not only is it faster, it's really good at using what it's got.
Exactly.
So what's the secret? What makes it tick?
Well, under the hood, there's this model called Video Coca.
Video what?
Video Coca.
Okay, and what's that?
It's specifically designed to understand the relationship between images and text.
So going back to our movie analogy, it's like it's putting those visuals and subtitles together.
Exactly, but on a much larger scale.
Wow.
And it's built for something called transfer learning.
Transfer learning. Okay, you're going to have to break that down for me.
So imagine you already speak Spanish.
Okay.
Learning Italian would be a bit easier.
So.
You can apply some of that knowledge.
Gotcha.
It's similar with CT Foundation. It can take what it's learned from CT scans in those medical reports
Okay.
and then apply it to new tasks, new data, much faster.
So it's like it's constantly learning and getting better.
Exactly, which makes it super adaptable.
This is amazing. And what about the researchers working with this? What do they get?
So alongside their research, they actually released a Python notebook.
Okay. What's that?
Basically, it allows other researchers to experiment with CT Foundation.
Even if they don't have Google's resources.
Exactly. They don't need massive computing power to get started.
That's incredible. So they're really making this accessible to everyone.
Absolutely. It's all about democratizing AI in medicine.
I love that. So everyone can contribute.
Exactly. And imagine the possibilities when you have all these brilliant minds working together. It's really exciting.
This is really amazing stuff.
It really is. And what's even more exciting is that this isn't just about CT scans.
Oh, really? It can be used for other things.
Absolutely. Imagine applying this approach,
Sure.
this ability to distill these complex medical images into these really information-dense embeddings to other types of imaging,
Like what are we talking about here?
MRIs,
Okay.
ultrasounds, even those 3D models that surgeons use to plan surgeries.
Wow. Okay, so we're talking next level stuff here.
Exactly. Imagine analyzing images from endoscopies, biopsies, even looking at individual cells.
So this could change how we diagnose and treat diseases.
Absolutely. Earlier diagnoses, more accurate treatments, even personalized medicine, it's all on the table.
That's incredible. Feels like we're on the cusp of a whole new era in medicine. And the fact that they've made their research so open,
Right.
it's like they're inviting the whole world to contribute.
Exactly. It's about democratizing these tools, allowing anyone with the skills and the passion to get involved.
This is truly groundbreaking work. So before we wrap up, what's the one big takeaway you want our listeners to remember?
I think it's this. We're shifting from simply building bigger AI models to making them smarter, more efficient.
And more accessible.
Absolutely. CT Foundation is proof that you don't need unlimited resources to make a difference.
That's a powerful message. And like they said in the paper, this is just the beginning.
Just the beginning. There's so much more to explore.
Exactly. So for everyone listening, we want to hear from you. What other medical imaging challenges do you think CT Foundation could tackle?
What are you curious about?
Let us know. Share your thoughts. Because the future of medicine, it's a team effort.
Absolutely. The more minds we have working on this, the better.
And on that note, that's a wrap for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, everyone.